About to have one of those create your own my boxes from Pizza Hut. Just waiting for it to come in. (12:10 to 12:20 a.m. It says. We're late night right now. Can we get it on that? 12. I don't know. Anyways, the Pizza Hut thing, it says 12:10 to 12:20. It's now 12:16. So they should be pulling up any minute. Got my Star Wars t-shirt on it. Star Wars t-shirt is dope. I got that from, what's that place called? Amazon? Yeah. Star Wars t-shirt. I got pizza tonight. I'm hungry. My box. Boneless bites. A ranch dip, and I got a big thing of garlic bread. Should be here any minute. Supposed to call my phone. Supposed to be here any minute. Was playing Red Dead Redemption earlier. Mafia 2 Definitive Edition, but that wasn't on camera or nothing. And I played CSGO on camera. I think maybe I will play that Mafia 2 a Definitive Edition one day on camera. Man, I'm ready to start saving some money. I got everything that I wanted aesthetically, I feel like. Other than I want more tattoos. Well, I got to get more tattoos. I'm going to fill in. I got a really nice tattoo option for here. I got to fix on my hands still, believe it or not. I got the halo on Jesus. And something to do here and fill in here, what have you. Then I got my arms done, and then I'll have to work on this part of my arm. And then who knows if I'll go into the chest. And I want another tattoo on the other side of my neck. Oh, I got to fix my finger ones too. Damn, that's a lot of work. So there's still a couple more years of work until I got my tattoos on straight. So I'm going to try to keep it straight and narrow. I'm going to get my tattoos. I don't think I'm getting any more face ones for now. I was thinking about right here eventually. Some really good one for there, but I don't really want to touch this side of my... Because I'm getting another one on my neck right here. And then maybe on my throat. Who knows? But I know the next one I'm getting is going to be right here. And then with my hand, to fix my hand and my fingers, I got to get this re-hit with purple. It's supposed to have purple all up in it. Supposed to have purple all up in it and all that. $24.83. Yeah, it's 12, almost 12:20 now. We gonna call? My box. So it's a $10 My Box. For $10, you get, it's like a small pizza, I think, and you get 5 boneless or wings or fries. Something similar to when I came back to Canada out in Alberta. I went to school for a short amount of time out in Calgary. They had in Calgary, the school that I went to, I can't remember the name of it, but it was like some sort of Catholic school. They would have Pizza Hut, these little boxes. You'd have a personal pizza and then something, and then they used to only sell them to schools, right? They had a school program that Pizza Hut did. It's not the healthiest option, but it's all right. Because a lot of kids were having a lot of healthy options with their lunchbox and all that. So that was sort of like their nice option to have something takeout at school would be one of these Pizza Hut boxes. But they got them at Pizza Hut now, $10 My Box. How do I know? Because I also went to school in Canada. It's almost like, you know what happened? I got held back a few years, so I did more schooling than a lot of other people did when it came to middle school and all that. That's why I got to go to elementary school in Canada, I got to go on see the milk program, the jump rope for life, all that, Terry Fox, and all that, Canadian history, the provincial government, metric system, all that. And then I got to go down to the United States and learn their whole thing with the standard system of measurement and science and history, American history and math. And yeah, a lot of people are jealous about the amount of education that I have in comparison to who they are. Anyways, but that's, hey, just like Money in the Bank, that's something, yeah. I mean, everybody loved each other so much in the schools that I went to. You felt like everybody was best friends or family or whatever. And but as I knew as I got older, stuff happens. Like, but in reality, some stuff I couldn't, you don't know what's going to happen. But stuff happens. That's all I know. And you can't always be there for all your friends that you had in school, different grades and all that. Yeah. Everybody goes on with their own lives after school. A lot of the time. Some people get married and all that. Some people get married. A lot of people get married and all that. And a lot of people are stay in the communities that they always been in when they went to school, but not everybody. It's not just one person that moved away. A lot of people do end up moving away. If you do your research, this person moved here, this person, all that. What is up with this Pizza Hut? 12:20. $12:20 is when they said they were going to be here. And it is 12:20. Track my order. When I click track my order, it don't track your order. Oh, man. I just want to eat I just want to eat my box on the cam real fast. It won't be that fast. I mean, it won't be that slow. It'll be a real quick mukbang, I'm thinking. There it is. Hello? Hi. Can you meet me in the lobby? I'm going to meet you at the stairs. Thank you. I'll be there in a minute. Thanks, brother. Shout out Divvy and Tokyo Smoke. I got these for a great price. Tokyo Smoke, it's a local smoke shop, legal marijuana, because they got legal marijuana here in Canada. It's not about their shop or nothing. But I do want to mention, for $25, I got 12 freaking pre-rolls. Whoa. Are these little pre-rolls? That's a good deal. Anyway, I'll be back. Oh, I got my thing. I'll be right back. Then we'll eat the My Box. actually smells good. It actually smells like food. Believe it or not. For $10. My box. And the guy was so friendly bringing it. I should have had him on video. I wish I did. Unfortunately, the budget is tight. So I didn't have my box, or my guy bring my box. I didn't have that on video. But I have my box here. And I'm going to share the experience with you. Maybe I have to get Mountain Dew. My box. It looks like a very friendly operation. My box. What's the other thing? A bunch of garlic bread. I never got this My Box before. I think I did get it in when I was in school. But in school it never came with hot wings. In school it was just dipping pizza or something like that. Different stuffed pizza bread, or no, you could get calzones and a whole bunch of stuff. That was greasy for me. This one don't look too bad. I don't usually eat their pan pizza at all. That's the one thing I was lacking on their pan pizza. Hold up a minute. Do not tell me I didn't get my ranch dip. There it is. Garlic bread, Pizza Hut or whatever. I mean, congratulations to Kamala. I'll tell you, they audited me. I heard, once you make it or whatever, they audit you. You know, you make it out of school and then you make it as a person, whatever career path you go through. With entertainment, you know, everybody knows that the hip-hop police audits you. You get audited by the bank, the government. They want to know how you made the money. Some guys are real bad guys, illegal. They made their money this way. Then they changed their lives or whatever, supposedly, and all that. There's all different stories. They try to lock you away. Unless you can prove. Because once you go multinational, if you did anything wrong, and people find out, there's a good chance you'll be prosecuted on it. Oh shit. Oh shit. No. Not my ranch. No. A whole garlic bread and my ranch. Which was going good with those chicken bites. Oh my God. Unbelievable. We were talking. Well, we're about to start talking about how at first I thought Star Wars was cheesy. And I was like, hey, it's pretty cool. Star Wars. I like space, kinda, and they're at war in space. And then you fall in love with it. You realize, like, wow, that's Star Wars. It was this great movie series, you know. Cartoons, everything. They got this really nice memorabilia. t-shirts for a really good price. George Lucas. There's a whole Star Wars history to it. I'm not 100% factual on it. I think he's the original director. And these are all people in the United States of America and other places that made this wonderful world that we live in with all these cool things. And that's why I loved America, and a lot of people do. You find your place. It took me a while to find my place. And it still will, I think. I wanted to do everything legally, eh? Some people try to hide their names. I want to be a good name person. I didn't ever want to hide my name. When I went to school, and the United States or anything, in Canada even, mostly the United States I remember, everybody, you know, or wherever you're going to school, they know you by your name. They would say Tom, Thomas. I heard people use aliases and all that. Little did I know was, yeah, as you get older, you start to realize it. Ooh, that's hot. How I always seen it, if you didn't show your real name and all that, or you're hiding it, that's how you identify the real criminals, eh? Believe it or not, today there's still some pretty famous rappers. You can't find their real names. And they're in America, too. Because they're criminal rappers. They have a couple videos. They made the videos with their street money. Some of them are real killers, eh? They came from nothing. Some of them are good people. They came from nothing. And they just never made it to the point where people know their real name yet. You got to put it out there. But there is ones that got strategies where they do not show their real name. They're like, no, I'll never show it. They're on the whole other side of the fence. Like terrorists, eh? Nobody knows their real name, if they're a documented immigrant or if they're a citizen or what. And they either get locked away, they get killed. I was always big in the funny thing is my father, on Facebook, his name ain't even goddamn his real name. Back then it was, he thought it was a vulnerability if people knew your name, which is one thing. It is, could be. We were dirt poor. My dad had a dirt poor attitude. He had a dirt poor attitude that gave his son, me, a dirt poor attitude. My mom had a pretty dirt poor attitude too. Even my stepmom's got a pretty dirt poor attitude. I'm lucky I had a good attitude. My name's Thomas Perrin Sloat. I'm nothing like a John Knuckabilly. I'm well known all across America. Everybody knows me. I'm a good person. I never did anything illegal. Always stuck by the law, believe it or not. Even when I could have had 15 million, I decided not to do it, not to take it. I just cared about the person too much. I didn't even take. I could have took 15 million. There's a certain circumstance I could have, but I let him keep it because I said if I take this money, his family and all that's going to go starving, homeless, gone. Everything's gone. Boom, like that. And I decided to be I remember at the time, I just felt like I would be a traitor. I was always a good American. And as time goes on, I said at the time, oh, I don't even understand it yet. I used to talk to all these older guys. At first, I was hanging out with these younger guys who are a little bit younger than me. I had Matt and Justin. They were my peers. So I was first with my peers, and then I wasn't doing good in school because my dad was abusing us at home, and I had a divorce. But me and my peers hit it off, and then I moved on. And then I was hanging out with a little bit younger, but they had guns and all that too. But we didn't understand no guns really, and I knew they could kill people they weren't for playing with. And then I started hanging out with some older ones that were much older. Still, I didn't understand none. It came with the money. All the money I earned came from real experiences and all that. And so what did that 15 million? That bites me in the butt every day. I was having psychological issues over it. I was having everything issues. I just tried to forget about it, but it's a real thing that happened. And then just recently, now that I'm back on my feet, I got my own apartment again. My brain and everything started to process like it used to. When I was having hard times, when I had to deal with that court case, my brain wasn't even processing. I was dying. Then my brain started processing again. I could get back on schedule. Holy fuck. I don't know, bro. Yep. Wasn't me, but that's what money do, boy. Folks get jealous. Not everyone's as good as me, though, so I want to mention that. A lot of people meet me, and I'm a big thing in America. So then they realize all the great things America is. and will be and can be for them. But not everyone's as nice as me, and I got to realize that too, or nice as other people I met. And those are our criminals. And when you gotta slowly, but right now we just got that Randy Jackson. I don't want to see any bloodshed. I just want to see certain ones go to jail that we're supposed to. I'm trying to stay healthy. That's the big thing. I accomplished almost all my goals that I wanted to accomplish this year. We got about 5 months until Christmas. There's like a bucket list I got. I want to get that arcade thing. I had a lot of stuff. Today I couldn't believe it. I got everything that I wanted to get. I wanted to buy that revolver. I wanted a gun in Canada for the longest time. I now own a legal gun. Or proper firearm. That's expensive. Thousands. I always wanted this Cuban link. I got this summer. That'll last a lifetime. $1,000 silver Cuban link, 925 solid. Clothes, I got it. I've had this for 6 months. Gold ring. What else? Oh, I always wanted the tattoos and all that. We're working on it. But what did I accomplish? Oh, my Canadian military bag. My hat I always wanted, a duck hat. I wanted a new gaming laptop with the RGB keyboard. I got that. Ryzen. I got a Ryzen. Straight from Japan. Ryzen 5. And it's freaking good. Fun. So smooth. It works just as good as my my i7. So fun. I play all the games. I'm doing a lot more videos. I've done a lot. See, I could have had the 15 million or whatever investment on top, but then I said when they were going to send the 15 million, I said, I just don't even understand it. I said, I know people that would probably kill me if I got this 15 million. I just can't even process it. But now I'm getting to the point where I could see myself processing being a person that has a large amount of money now. I've developed the skills. I've developed the security. I have the understanding of how you're supposed to conduct yourself. What the laws are with that. How you're just supposed to conduct yourself altogether. I didn't have no understanding of money, and I didn't have any understanding. Like I said, I was 20 years old, 18 years old, talking to guys that were 27 trying to teach me. And I didn't own a firearm then. You know why? Because I wasn't going to buy it illegally, and because I didn't understand it. I wasn't the type of guy to buy an illegal one, and I said, I don't understand. And then I learned it. Oh, man. Years and years. It took me a long time to fully... Now I'm I understand cartridges completely now. I never did. In the beginning, I don't think I even understood the seriousness of having... what about... I don't even want to talk about guns anymore. I have a headache on guns. But it was a huge accomplishment for me. I got a new microphone. That was a big thing. Back in 2012, I bought a blue microphone. Was supposed to have this big vocal career, which I did. I made a couple $100,000. But my microphone, Blueberry or whatever, I never did any work on it at all. I bought this $500, $400 microphone. And I was at this super expensive house. I was paying for the water, the rent, the this. Getting ripped off completely. And then my microphone was getting broke. Now I got the microphone and I got songs out, recording music. I remember when they were going to send that 15 million. I was like, okay, I got the 15 million. But I don't even know how to record the music. Now I got music. I'm going to be a big thing by the time I'm older, I'll tell you. You know how old that Rick Ross is? I met him. He's like 50. Okay, I met him when he was 40-something. He's been going for a while. First he was a correctionals. And he's been in trouble with the law before too. First he's been in trouble with the law more times than I have. Hey, when I was born, we all knew I always knew I was going to go to jail. Some families, they never did. My dad never been to jail, but my brother has, and I don't know. I always wanted to go to jail. I did. So did Rick Ross. But he was a really good person. He was a correctionals officer. I wish he would go back to that guy. And he does. On camera, I wish. Off camera, he's the same William Roberts as the CO, but he's got a whole music, and I do the same thing. Off camera, off recording, I come up with all these great Sinatra songs, sort of style songs, but they're not. They're Thomas Parenslop. A lot of singing, a lot of country, a lot of that, and then when I sit down and get on the microphone, it's always aggressive killer rap. It's the only way I can get I don't know, it's the only thing that comes out on when I record on the microphone. Is sort of this warlord. The only time I ever want to rap or whatever is when I get heated or whatever enough to start rapping. But I think that's the same thing with Ross. You only get captured certain Williams. Yeah, I've been to Edmonton. Ross came up to Edmonton when I was out there. It was a big thing. I was just with Ross down in Florida, in Cape Coral, Fort Myers Beach. We were hanging out. Then we did Gotti. I told Ross and all them out in Florida and Tennessee. We met 105.5 The Beat. My brother's going to be a big-time rapper. I always knew I was going to be big in the rap business, big in the military, police, big in entertainment. Thanks to Rick Ross, John Gotti, and my mom. My dad, John Sloat, all the rest of the people I met. It's looking to be a good life as long as I'm going to be getting this ODSP. Oh, I secured my ODSP. That was a dream since I was a child. I came from Canada. I didn't come from the United States. Excuse me. A lot of people are a lot more wealthier than me in the U.S., but I tried to keep up. My dad owns his acreage. Yeah, but this is Tennessee. I had 5 years in Florida. I had a year and a half, maybe 2 years at most in Tennessee. We were pretty wealthy in Tennessee, but we didn't have everything that I wanted. It wasn't good enough for me. Neither was Florida, because, like I said, I wasn't from there. Other people were. Ontario is a certain place where a certain people come from, where I come from. So I had to go back to where I came from. Okay? And that's why I received the benefits to what I received, because our people went through a certain thing that needs a certain amount of money every month and yada yada that I wouldn't have got anywhere else. Same with the healthcare. I had to go back where I was from. The system was built for me. I was born here in Canada, worked hard. And then finally I'm old enough, I got on that ODSP system. Some people, God bless them, been on it. Some people yet to get on it if they needed it. If they qualify. It took me years to get on it. Okay. But I'm happy. To some people, hey, it means a lot to me. That's my life, as that ODSP. I needed it for so many years. And it's still not enough, but I know that what it is. It's hard to explain. Right now, I'm at this point where I just have to be so patient and relax. Be so grateful. And start to really become a man and do the things that a man is supposed to be doing responsibly. Starting to save money and pay my taxes. Open a tax-free savings account. Go grocery shopping. Have the food, all the nutrition. Have the nutrition back to where my cancer is recessing or whatever the hell. Because I have cancer. I have diabetes, and it's horrible. Today was horrible. I had to have a Slurpee. Had to. I would have died if hadn't I had this Slurpee. It was like, my brain today was just fogged. I didn't know if it was metformin I needed, something. It was a Slurpee. So I went and got a small melon and Barks root beer Slurpee. Oh my goodness. It gave me the brain freeze I needed. I hadn't had a brain freeze like this since Orangeville. Back when I was hanging out with Tony. Tony's son. He used to have a son. Back in those days, it was famous. We had rat tails. The kids had rat tails. Dad maybe even had a mullet or whatever. Mullets and rat tails. Okay, sorry for eating like this. Mullets and rat tails. My cousin Eden had a rat tail. My dad had a mullet. And that was the last time I had one of those Slurpees. Minecraft, it's a good game. When I was younger, I used to love Minecraft. Then I gave it to my cousin Aiden. I haven't played it ever since, really. Some people be playing it still. And I gave it to Aiden. And then he changed the password on me or something, He didn't mean it. We were all kids. We were just kids. Now I know. Actually, I got sick of playing it. That's why I gave it to Aiden. Because Aiden hadn't played it yet. And Aiden was strapped on cash. We were broke kids. And so I just let my cousin Eden have it. Because I wanted him to experience Minecraft. And I was very fair like that. Too fair. I'm getting greedy. It takes energy to be greedy. And they say that when I was researching. when I was doing my education when I was a kid learning about business. There's times to be greedy and times to not be, and yada yada. Yeah, it really starts to hit when you really start to realize what life as a man and a woman is, you know, kind of. Like I used to think so small in numbers when I was younger. But as I got older, I started to think of the bigger numbers. I was like, but what I mean is, dang, if I would have wished I knew that when I was younger, the numbers and all that. And how it's just a number. Go for the big ones. Don't go for the small ones. If you can handle it. It took me a while to start handling that. Anyway, that's the My Box. Took that long to eat it. Enjoy it. It was pretty good, actually. Pan pizza. I very rarely eat a pan pizza. So it actually was a pretty good. Even my body agrees. And I really had a hard time doing any physical activity, but now that I got my e-bike and my scooter, I've been getting out. That's been so helpful. Being able to actually get out. Just being able to get out and the economy. Okay? I was eating pizza every day. All right? For years. There's been a false inflation of like Domino's pizza, all that. Because I didn't have a vehicle. And then, so for like a good amount of years, I bought Domino's Pizza, Pizza Hut, Domino's Pizza, because I was saving up to buy a car. And then I bought my Cadillac, and some guy was so jealous he started choking me, my old landlord. So then I lost everything and had to beat a court case, and then I had to eat Domino's Pizza and Pizza Hut again to fucking save up to get my vehicles again. And now finally I can get on my vehicle after fucking 15 years and fucking go get a fucking proper meal or whatever, because fucking hater alligators wanted to fucking ruin my life, and I had to get, and you learned, but it's a good learning experience. I say that all the time. It's a great learning experience. But that's what they say. It's your elders. They say that a lot of people are fat and yada yada, have cancer and all that because their moms and their families. It's the truth. All my mom eats is pasta, this. I said, Mom, you got to have like chicken, proper burgers, you know, go to the fast food, get the buffalo chicken, all that, get the burgers and all that. Okay? And yeah, it's like, but she eats a lot of the pastas and that's put on the weight. All that is just weight. It's not protein. But I'm trying. I brought her a hot burger, fresh burger today. She should have had a bite of my buffalo chicken. And it's a hard game getting your nutrition. When you got everybody that wants to get in your way of the nutrition, you can't. That's why I got her to the United States. There was so many people down there. Squawk, squawk, squawk. If you're hanging out with those people. Then I got to the point where, no, those people can't come on the property. All my dad does is listen to the squawkers down there. And that's what they called them down there, squaws. All they do is sit there and squaw. Now I understand the term squaw. Because, yeah, those people, they don't even have guns. They just sit there and squawk, squawk, squawk. They're just like birds. Squawk, squawk, squawk. They don't own any property around. They're just tourists squawking. They've been the same people, tourists, for like 35 years. Everybody's like, these people threw their whole lives away. And at first when they called them a squaw or whatever, I was kind of, hey, that's my this, that, and the other or whatever. My auntie or whatever. But then you get older, you realize, yeah, no, they're squaws for sure. And They're really not that smart. They get hurt all the time. Auntie Carolyn broke her hip. Arms get broken, bitten. They can't own firearms because they'll just hurt people with them. Like, just idiot women. Idiot women. There's a lot of idiot women. There's even idiot women down in Florida that got guns and all that. They went from being a squaw to being an American. But it's not about just shooting people with their guns, because I don't necessarily like those women with the guns. Those ones think they're mafia and all that, right? And they hurt people with their guns and all that. Kind of like that. I don't know. She's on Aqualinda or something like that. She drives a Chrysler Sebring or something like that. What's her name? I don't know. She's a complete idiot. She killed my dog years ago. Her family is a bunch of trash bins. I'd fucking just destroy them. They owe me money for killing my dog back in 2000. What was it? This was illegal. Murder. I'd charge them with murder, home invasion, robbery, all types of shit. Whatever her. She's just, ugh. Yeah. And there was a murder right down the street from there. Jeffrey Sosa. Right there on Aqualinda. What a coincidence. Holy fuck, I think it was. They almost got me at Calusa. Then when I went back to fucking Aqualinda, they got murdered down the street, I'm pretty sure. Isn't that where Johnson lived? There's just a bunch of idiots that have guns down there. That's the thing. You gotta watch. Every single house is a whole different country in the U.S. That's a funny thing. Every different house. Like, you'll ride on a block or whatever, and I don't like it how it is here either. We're getting rid of this. Where you go and it's like, oh, this house is Russian, this house is Islamic, this house is fucking this. Every single one has different guns, and then fucking you go in this house, you end up dead. You go in that house. No, you don't go in any house and end up dead. If we know that you kill people in that house, there's a raid. You go to jail. It's called murder. You go for the charge of murder. I'm so sick of that publicity where this house is known for being a killer house and that house is a good house. We don't have any killer houses in America. We don't have any killer houses in Canada. Those houses would be against the law. They would be criminal houses. And that's the job of the sheriffs, the ATF, the FBI, and the rest of them. Start getting on that. You know they're bad people. They kill dogs. They kill humans or whatever. Call the cops. Get them to go over there and check them out. Get them fucking super duper investigated. Like Cindy over in Aqualinda. I mean, she just busts at people with her gun. I witnessed her shoot a couple things. Yeah. And they like to touch little boys. They raped little Justin Batdorf when he was only 16 when the age is 18. So you want to talk laws? They wonder why they lose in court because they never followed the law to begin with.